seem to work. Recording, perfect. Okay, here we go. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is you guys need to make a segment, and you guys can just label one point A, one point B, it doesn't really matter, but you need a working line. So we're gonna copy this segment somewhere. So you need a working line. So make a segment that is definitely longer than the first one that you just made. And the tricky thing with this is I need to know that you measured something. So I need you to make marks, okay? So here's my tool. I'm not very good at using this yet, so sorry if I make mistakes, but oops, see, I already did. Okay, so you need to put the sharp end on your point A that you called that, if you called this point A. Okay, then you're gonna pull this, oh, see, pull this out. How do I, there we go. Pull this out so that it is directly on, how do I move this up? I think it's gonna draw for me. Oh, good, go up. I don't know how. You want to open up your compass so it goes on the end of this segment so that when you make a mark, see how when I make this mark, that blue mark I just made, that's what tells me that you measured this. So put your sharp end on A, open your compass up to B, and then what happens is you guys usually, once you open it to B, you move to your new line. I need you to swing this little arc on the end like I did here in blue. That's what tells me, hey, Miss Talk, I measured that. Then you just take your whole compass to the new segment, okay, and you see how I put the sharp end on the end, and then you just swing this arc. And that is your new, this is your copied segment. That's all you have to do for a copied segment. So we're done with copying a segment. Okay, anybody have a question on that?
How do you put the pencil in there?
I don't understand the question.
Like, I don't have a little pencil in my ruler thing.
Oh, well, you would need a, yeah, you would need to put a pencil there. So you need to go find a pencil and put a pencil on the end.
I don't have one of those ruler thingies.
Okay, that's why I said last week, if you don't have those, I said you need to email me so that I can get it to you. So you'll just have to taking notes, and then we'll have to try to figure it out, maybe meet at a Zoom once you do have one, and then go from there. Or this will be videoed, or then you can do it from there.
How do you put the pencil on it?
Okay, repeat that. I didn't hear it. Sorry.
How do you put the pencil on the protractor thing?
Slide it in. I don't know how to answer that. You just put it on the end that it's supposed to go on, and there's usually something that you either screw in or you snap down to hold it in place. I don't know what one you have. All right, are we ready for the next one then? Okay, so the next one is going to be copying an angle. So this one is copy an angle. All right. And what you have to start off with is you need an angle. So go ahead and just make an angle with your straight edge, not by freehand. It's usually more accurate if you do this by making it with your ruler. I call it a straight edge because we're not really supposed to have any markings on it. So in the classroom, I usually give you a piece of cardboard or something that doesn't have any markings on it. So when I say straight edge, I really mean your ruler. So go ahead and make an angle. Usually it's easier if you make it acute, but you don't have to. So here's my angle. Does anybody need more time making an angle? Okay, so again, just like in the other one, you need to have a working space or line. So what I'm going to do is I have my working space down here. This is where I'm going to copy my angle. Okay, so grab this so I don't make marks, and I need this. Okay, so we're going to put the compass end, the sharp end, on the vertex of the first angle that you made. So the angle that you made, put the sharp end on the end of that. Then let's see if I can get this opened without it making any marks. Why do I have a hard time with that? Oh, there we go. Okay. Now I want to make an arc that goes through both sides of this angle. So you're gonna, oops, I don't want the whole thing to move. I just want this to move. Okay, so you swing an arc and you see how that arc goes through both sides of the angle. That arc is what we need. We need that exact same arc. So now don't change your compass and take your compass down to your new place where you're going to copy it and put the sharp end on one end and make sure that you make another arc. You have to make sure you make this arc big enough. Don't make it too small because you don't want to have to redo it. Okay, this is the part I'm going to struggle with, is this next part. Okay, does everybody have that second arc made? Whoops. Okay, so now I'm going to go back up, and this is where it's going to be tough for me to do because I'm not very adept at doing this. So do you see how I have the sharp end where this angle is matching up between the side of the angle and where that arc came through? Now what we need to do, and I'm going to change colors just so that we can see something here. So I don't want to make any marks right now. I'm trying to put this compass end. Oh, see, I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to put my pencil over here on the other one so I can measure that. And I don't know exactly how to control this thing to do that. So I'm trying to put this compass end over here. I'm trying to put the compass end over here on this so that the pencil's on this end and the sharp end's on this end. But I'm not very good at controlling this. All right, let's see if this helps me. So I want to move this end. How? Okay, there, almost. Maybe if I do it from this end, I'll be able to do it. I don't know. Okay, sharp end on one end, pencil on the other. All right, that's probably as close as I'm going to get. And then we want to swing an arc that goes through here. So see this purple arc that's going through here? The purple arc and the blue arc are making an X. Okay, that means that I measured the distance. That's what I need to see on your piece of paper, that you have an X on one side, because what that's telling me is that you measured that distance from that first arc. Now you have to go over and take this distance. So don't change this at all. And we'll see how good I can do this. Put your sharp end here. And now you want to swing this exact same arc right there. See how we get an X right here? And we have this X right here. This distance from here to here is now the same as the distance from here to here. So mine's not going to be accurate. You guys need to use a ruler. So make sure that you are doing a ruler when you do this right now. And you need to draw from this point right here to this point right here. Let's see, I'll try and use this and see how it, so go from here to this point right here and draw your line through. And now that is your angled copy. Okay, does anybody have a question on copying an angle? So basically what we do is we swing an arc, put the arc on the new place, and then measure that distance across, and then put that same distance in the other place, and then we connect them. But I'm sure you guys can understand why I don't want to grade you on a big project right now, because I want to be able to see you do this in the classroom. So we'll just do a beginning right now, and then we'll do the project when we're actually back in the classroom. Anybody have a question on this one? Okay, well, let's go to the next one. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to do a perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. Okay, so when we do the perpendicular bisector, you just need a segment. So you go ahead and make a segment. And let's call one of these A and one of these B. Why am I drawing with that when I can draw with this? I forgot about this. And the other one B. Okay. All right, everybody ready? This one's easier, I think. Okay, so grab your compass, put your sharp end over here on A, sharp end on A. Now, what you need to do is open up your compass so that it is bigger than halfway. If it is only this way, your arcs will never meet. Okay, your compass has to be over halfway. That looks like it's past halfway, doesn't it? Okay, then you want to swing an arc. So sharp end on A, open up your compass so your pencil is past the midpoint just visually, and then you want to swing an arc. And I'm going to make this arc really big because I don't like having to repeat it. Okay, swing an arc. Then you grab your compass and you put your sharp end over on B. So sharp end over on B. And then we're going to swing this exact same arc. So swing the arc. And you can see that we have an X marks the spot up on top, and we have an X marks the spot on the bottom. We're going to connect using your ruler, connect those two things, and the segment that you end up with is going to be your perpendicular bisector. All right, where's my... Okay, so it goes through right there, and then I need to make sure that it goes through here. I can't quite get it in between. Mine's going to be a tish off, it looks like. But then this segment coming down, if you were to put a piece of paper or something in this corner, this should make a nice right angle. So that's how you do a perpendicular bisector. Anybody have a question on this one? No? All right, moving right along. We only have one left for constructions, and this one that we're going to do is the angle bisector. All right, so angle bisector. We need to first start with an angle. So just grab your straight edge again and make an angle. All right, so here's my angle. All right, grab your compass. And anyone guess where we're going to put the sharp end?
On the angle?
Yep, we're going to put the sharp end on the vertex of that angle. Okay, so just like when we were copying an angle, when we do this angle bisector, we're going to swing an arc. So just open up your compass. It doesn't matter where you have it. And we're going to swing an arc that goes through both sides of your angle. Okay, now the reason we did this is it created two specific points. So we're going to put the sharp end on one of these points. And then you can adjust this if you want. You can leave it the exact same. It doesn't really matter. Whoops. And then what we're going to do, I'm just going to change the color just so that you guys can see a different color in here. And we're going to put your sharp end here. And then now you just swing an arc in the middle. So swing an arc so that this is in the middle. Because remember, we're looking for the angle bisector. Now, do not change this compass measurement right now. Once you have that arc swung, do not change this compass measurement. And now just pick up and put your sharp end over here on the other side where we got it. Oh boy. I don't think I want that. I'll put this back. I don't want it to draw right now, but it's gonna draw. Oh, maybe I can do this. Oh, here we go. Okay, so now swing your arc from here, and as soon as you have your X, you're pretty much done. So we don't really need this guy anymore. We have an X marks the spot right here in the middle, and you connect it back to your vertex. So using your ruler, using your straight edge, start here and make sure it goes through your vertex, and it has to go through this X marks the spot. It won't let me draw where I want it to. I want it to come down a little bit. You can see it's a little off. But so now if you were to measure this side and this side, they should come out to be the same. So that's your angle bisector. The big thing that I need to see every time is the X marks the spot. That's how I know that you actually measured it with your protractor and not just with a ruler or some other way. Okay, does anybody have a question on those four things? Okay, I am going to just stop the recording for right now. We'll see if that